Hi everybody, it's Patty Ann here. Hang on. Okay, you remember yesterday I showed you this and I was so excited about it. It's the printable vinyl that you can get at Joann's. Now it's not the Cricut brand because that doesn't ever seem to be in stock for me. This t-shirt right here, by the way, is just a sample t-shirt that I use when I'm testing all of my things. So I did some text over here, I love this stuff. If you haven't used this, you need to try it. It's called Flocks. It's really nice. This is too. It's just, I have stuff all over the place on this. There's my glittery one. Remember I made that one, the holiday baking team. Well, anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about this one because I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to show you how to make one of these transfers for yourself on a t-shirt. Now, I won't be able to finish the t-shirt yet because after I'm done with this part, I'm going to run out to Joann's to get some toddler size shirts so I can make them for my grandbabies. So anyway, follow me to Cricut Design Space and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, here we are on Cricut Design Space, and I actually decided to use Olaf because, well, let me scoot you back to my desk for one more minute, because I have this fabric right here. Oh, wait, maybe I don't have to go to Joann's because I have this fabric right here, and I was thinking that I could make a pillow. So I'll make 2 pillows, and I don't have to leave to go to Joann's. Just need to find some white fabric in my stash for the front. Okay, well anyways, I'm going to make some pillows, and that's why I'm going to go with Olaf. So again, here we are at my screen. And the first thing I want to do is I want to remember what size I can make my printable objects. So I'm going to go to Shapes and bring out a square, and then I'm going to go up here to the top and click the lock because I want to unlock it, because I'm going to make the width 9.25 and the height, what is it, 6.75, 6.75, and hit enter. That's how big I can make my thing. Now I'm going to right click on this block because I want it to be in the back. Move, send to back, and now I can see, boy, I could make them a lot bigger if I wanted to, but I'm pretty happy with that. And by the way, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you how you can use the rest of the sheet of paper that you get, the transfer paper. A way that I've learned to do it on my printer. I can't vouch it'll work for your printer, so use at your own risk, but it worked for me. So let me show you before I go any further. Up here, this is the type of package or transfer that I use. And this I found at Joann's. You notice it's $9.99 regularly, but if you use a coupon with it, it's about $6 and you get 5 sheets, so just a little bit over $1 per sheet. And you can get several different cuttings out of a sheet, as I'll show you at the end of the video. And then inside of this thing, there are instructions that look like this. It is very easy to follow. Tells you about using it. Then on the next page, it tells you about using your iron to heat set it. Okay, so here we are back at Cricut Design Space. I think, how big is that? 7 by 5. Let's see what 7 inches looks like in my head. That'd probably be a good width for, well, wait, I'm not making a kid's t-shirt anymore. I don't know. There I go again. We'll see. I'm just going to leave it at this size. So I'm going to highlight the box and come over here and hide it because I don't want to do anything with that. Then I'm simply going to go to make it. And notice that it all fits on this mat. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is to get one of my sheets out and my mat. Okay, it says on the instructions to have the side with the blue lines on it down. Well, you know, I get confused sometimes. I don't do this part first, right? First, you have to go over and print it. So, hang on. I'm going to go to, oh, you know what? This is one I don't own, so I am going to purchase it. Okay, now I own it, so I can use it. It was $1.99. There are plenty of other ones you can find that are free, but I just really like this one, so I purchased it. So let's see. Now I'm going to go to continue, and I'm going to select my device, I guess I will right now. And it says send to printer. Now I was messing with this because I was doing some testing, and I went to advanced options and I changed my printer settings a little bit. So I think I'm going to go back. I want the settings to be the best settings they can be. This is how mine pops up. And I go to preferences. And then I do still have it on best quality. Plain paper. I don't know if I should change it to iron-on transfers. I didn't do it before when I worked on it, so I'm a little bit afraid if, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think I'll just leave it like this. And I need to take this over and put it in my printer. By the way, the printer I'm using is nothing fancy, in my opinion. It's just an HP OfficeJet printer. I need to pull this out. The model number's 4635. So I put it in there the way I need to put it in for my printer to work. And in my case, it's right side down. So there it goes. It's starting to print. And while it's printing, I'm going to go to Browse All Materials, because I don't want to use just the printable one. If you'll remember, well, I'll show you in one sec after I find this. I want printable iron-on dark. Done. Okay, and the reason why I want that is because if you look right here, it says for dark fabrics. So I don't know if that's what it means for sure, but that's what I did before and it worked perfectly. So I'm going to do it again. Okay, it's still printing over there. It's going to take a few moments. Get out my mat again. This time I am ready for it. Sounds like it's done. I'll be right back. Okay, look at this, y'all. Is that adorable or what? Right? Okay, see this place here and here? This is printable vinyl that I purchased that I don't want to waste. So I'm going to cut it off and save it, because I can use this, and I'll show you how at the end of this video. I think I'll just make 2 rectangular shapes. Okay. So now I'm going to put him on my mat. Oh, but you remember what I need to do? I need to look at this to see up here, how is he placed on the mat. See, if I had put him on, see how he's put on there with his butt towards the left-hand side? Okay, anyway, if I had put him on this way, let me put it for your reference. If I had put him on this way, that would have been wrong. Look back up here at the way he's on this sheet. He has to be put on with his butt towards the left-hand side of the mat. So his butt would have to be towards the left-hand side of the mat. And I've got to do it from my point of view. So there it is. Looks just, I look at this. I look at this one, and I look at the one that's up on my screen, and I make sure, according to my point of view, they're on the same way. So this one's ready to go. So let me go done. And now I'm ready to send it to my printer, not my printer, my machine, and it's blinking and we're ready to go. So let me bring my mat over. And I'm not sure I squeegeed this on, so let me just squeegee a little bit. And it's a good idea to wait to squeegee it for a few minutes because you don't want the ink to get smeared. And then I'm going to go to cut. So what it's doing right now, if you can see that light under there, it's scanning and it's seeing where those placement lines are. And if sometimes yours ever gives you an error and says it can't find the placement lines or something, I forget what it says, it may be your ink is running low. And one time what I did was I added some black marker to those lines and it seemed to make it work okay then. Okay, it's scanned it all in, so now it knows where the image is and where it needs to cut. I'm curious if it's going to cut that little guy all by himself. Yep. The rest of this all should be cut as one piece. Notice it's even cutting out the little sections in between the snowmen. I just think this is fascinating. Remember, I had my dial on here to custom, and that's why I was able to find the black HTV vinyl, or the dark, I should say, that I'm cutting. So he's just about done, I think. Yep, he's done. So now I will take my mat out and come back to my desktop. And now I'm just going to pull this off of the mat. And where did I put my little weeding tool? Here it is. Oh, no, that's not it. Darn, where'd I put it? Oh, no. Terrible when you're not prepared. Well, I'll use the pen and see if that'll work to get me started. All I need to do is get started. I just don't like to use this tool too much to waste it or mess it up because I love it so. Okay, it's getting there. Okay, got it. Okay, you see this? Look at that. So easy peasy. Look, his little arms coming out. Perfect. There's his little snaws. I just think this is adorable. Oh dear, don't come up like that. Stay down. So the interesting thing is when I do this one, I'm going to have to put him on the shirt or the pillow, whatever I'm doing, by itself. Okay, now I know there are a few pieces that it purposely cut out. Was one here and one here, and I think that was all. Maybe if I hold it up to the light I can tell. Yep, that is so cute, you guys, so cute. So what do you think? Should I put it on a t-shirt or should I put it on some fabric and then make a pillow on the back? I'm still thinking. Okay, I've decided to do them on a black t-shirt that I already have on hand. This happens to be one that I was making yesterday and I messed up because I didn't pay attention to the product that I was using and I didn't transfer it on properly to the back. Looks pretty good, but I didn't peel it when I was supposed to, and so I lost a little bit of the musical note. So this is a dud. So rather than making you wait for me to go to Joann's to get a shirt, I'll just do this one so you guys can see this video and get busy if you want to start making some for Christmas or something. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to start. You peel him off, and it's just hard to get him started a little bit. Just gently. You don't want to stretch him all out of shape. I think I'm going to be really careful when I get to his arms. Little skinny sticks. Okay, so far so good. Okay, I'm not sure why it froze up, but I got him all the way off. I was really careful, and I didn't get this little fella off. So the same thing applies to him. You just start peeling him up a little bit and being careful not to stretch him all out of shape. Then he just goes down on here with the other fellas. And then according to the instructions, what I need to do first is to go over, preheat the t-shirt, and then I'll place this on right side up like this. But before I use my iron, if I'm using my household iron, or before I use my heat press, if I want to use that, they supply this parchment paper for you to put on top to protect your item before you press it down. And then the instructions tell you how long to press each piece. So I'm going to go press this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my iron heated up over here on the highest setting, and I have him placed on my t-shirt where I want him. I'm going to take this parchment paper, put it over top, make sure I didn't wrinkle anything up. Looks good. I'm just going to start pressing. Using two hands, it says, but I can only use one because one's holding my camera. Okay, I'm absolutely thrilled with how he turned out. I just love the feeling of it. It's not real plasticky or shiny. I just love this. Now, remember what I told you? I was going to show you a way to use that extra stuff that you cut off so that you don't waste anything. Hang on, let me get the supplies I need. Sorry, I don't have them with me right this second. All right, all that you need, there's different products that you can use, I guess. This is the one I thought I would try just because I have it around the house. It's a temporary bond, acid-free. It can be permanent. I forget what the directions are. But anyway, I used this Elmer's Craft Bond, and what I did was I took a piece of my vinyl, right, and I sprayed gently, not very much. I sprayed the batch a little bit, and then I stuck this to my paper. Now I kind of can tell because of my mat here that it's about what, 2.5 inches by 8 inches, 2.5 by 8. So I know, and actually it should be 8.5 because it's going the whole way across. But anyway, I'm going to glue that right to the top with this temporary spray adhesive, and then I'm going to send it through my printer. But this is what I'm going to print. And I'm going to do some more print and cuts, and maybe I'll put something on the sleeve, or maybe down at the bottom around the waistband or lower. So here's what I have. I have this image right now, right? I'm going to take a shape, the square. There it is. And I'm going to get this little guy over here. So I'm going to twirl this around a little bit. And now the shape, or the square, is selected. Hold down my shift key and grab the whole image. And then you'll notice if you come over here to the lower right, slice is available. So I can slice that little guy right out of there. And I should have duplicated this first, so I didn't do that. But let me hide this one over here. And let me make several of him since I can. I'm just going to hit the duplicate and just start putting him over here. To see how he'll do. All right, let's see how big that is all together. 8 wide. Okay, that should fit. I'm going to attach them so they stay where I want them to be. And now I'm going to go to Make It. And there they are, but okay, when I have this many little fellows here, I have discovered something, and I figured I might as well show you in case you have the same thing happen. Remember, I have my little partial sheet at the top of my paper, so I need these guys to be like this. When I click Make It, remember I attached them. When I click Make It, it turns it vertically, and I don't want it like that. So I discovered that if I get rid of one of these little guys, and in order to do so, first I have to detach them, get rid of this one guy, and now reattach them and go to Make It. They stay right where I need them to be. So I'm pretty happy with that. I would go to Continue, etc. Okay, I'm sending it to my printer. There's what it looks like. I'm leaving my printer like it is. I'm going to say Print. And I do need to say that I only have one sheet in there, and the only sheet that my printer can grab right now is the one that I just prepared. So it's beginning to print. It shouldn't take long at all because it was just a wee little bit. So let me come over here and get it. It's printing. Now again, as I said, use this at your own risk. I don't know what kind of printer you have or whether yours would jam, but mine seems to take it just fine with just a light spray of that adhesive and regular printer or typing paper. So let me bring it over to the desk so you can see how it's turned out. And I'll put these over here. Here they are. But wait, I was going to start taking these off. I can't do that yet. I need to put them on my mat and cut them. So let's look back up here again at how they are on the sheet. Okay, like that. So I need to have them, and if I hit the edit button, it'll stay there. I need to have the orientation the same way on my mat for them to cut out properly. And you can see it here. Okay, I'll squeegee it down a bit. Go. So remember, the first thing it's going to do again is it's going to use that little light that's going to find where the bounding box or the outer edge box is on all sides. And that's the only way that my Cricut machine knows exactly where the things are that it needs to cut. So it goes all over, checking and checking to make sure where the lines are. And now it's going to start cutting. So like I said, this is just a way that you can use every little scrap of that printable vinyl that you have, because you know me, I like to be very frugal. So this is just about done. 2 more. Okay, here's the finished piece. So all I need to do now is to weed it. And I can take this little piece off of here if I want to. I'll just tear it. It's not important. So then what I'll do is I'll just take one of these little guys like this, and maybe on that sleeve I was making of the shirt, I can put this little guy down here if he's not too large. That'd be really cute, wouldn't it? Super cute. Or I could put one down here, at my waist, or down here at the hem of my shirt. Or I could just put them on anything. I could put them on other things that I have. I could make a little purse out of some blue jean fabric and put one on a little purse for something. So anyway, that's just my little tip on how you can get the most use out of your pieces of sticky stuff, of the iron-on vinyl that I got from Joann's. Anyways, thanks for joining me, you guys. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.